Alright nerds, we're back for another beer review, and today's beer review is brought to you by Westminster Liquor in Lethbridge, Alberta, and today we are trying the Waterloo Salted Caramel Porter. Let's see what this guy comes in at. It comes in at stout percentage, 6%, 473 milliliter, 1 pint can. Again, brought to you by Westminster Liquor in Lethbridge, Alberta. You can find them on Micmac Boulevard on the west side, and on the north side in the No Frills parking lot on 5th Ave and 13th Street North. So Anu really wanted me to try this. He was raving about it. I've done Waterloo before. I didn't have the best review for it, so hopefully we can bring that back. And I know we haven't been doing a lot of these beer reviews lately with the advent calendar going on every day. Only so much time, but I had to get to this. So again, thank you, Westminster. Look at that, just thick. Tan head, one finger, big bubbles. Absolutely like black hole opaque. Looks fantastic. Bubbles rolling up the side, which should get that taste really going around in your mouth. Alright, let's go for the aroma. Oh, caramel, holy. Yeah, a lot of caramel in there. Kind of like a creaminess too. Rich creamy caramel and a savory sprinkling of salt come together to make this deep brown porter the perfect finish to any hearty holiday feast. Handcrafted with roasted malts for a smooth, balanced brew. It's got just enough sweetness to set you right for the night. I was going to say, out of Kitchener, Ontario, it's Waterloo Brewing. You get so much caramel in here. And then a little bit of roastiness, like from the malts. Kind of that, like, almost coffee tinge. Espresso kind of smell. Oh, man, I'm looking forward to this. I hope it's as sweet as it smells. Okay, let's get right to this, guys. Cheers. Wow. What was the last one I had from Waterloo? They're amber. This made up that review. One sip. Oh man, it's like caramel, coffee, chocolate, candies. This is like perfect Christmas beer. Holy moly. I might have to get another one of these for Christmas morning. It is creamy. The sweetness of the caramel comes right through the whole time. And then you get that, and it's like very luxurious, like thick sweetness. You get a lot of coffee roasting. It's the salt I'm not getting though. Let's try that again. It might just be a layered flavor. If you remember, like I did the habanero beer IPA from Zero Issue, and that built and built and built. So it might be like that with the salt. Yeah, I took a bigger drink, got a bit more of it there. And I think the salt actually might come through. It dries out really quick. The toffee definitely, or the caramel toffee. Oh, yeah, toffee is another way of saying it. It really sticks to your mouth a lot. The salt might be drying it out. You get a little bit of it on the finish for sure, like now. Do we have anything else on here? It contains barley. And that's what it says. It's pretty plain old art can. Nothing too radical. There's parachuting salt and caramel. But it definitely tastes like Christmas candy. So if you're like digging into one of those little boxes with all the candy, that's what it's like. Because you get coffee, a lot of coffee. That's the roasted malt. So roasted malt will bring out that coffee flavor, that espresso flavor. We get tons of caramel. And a little bit of salt drying it out. Chocolate. Absolutely fantastic. work by Waterloo Brewing. So definitely changed my mind on them a lot. And that's what a good beer can do. You have bad beers, you just move on, especially if you've had one or two. I'll be reviewing some Town Square coming up. And mostly because the last beer I had from them, I gave a bad review. And not that I feel bad, because it was an honest review, but I want to give them more of a chance. And I know they want me to give them more of a chance. They've said as much. So I definitely have some small batch stuff from them coming up. I'll be taping that right away. And it just shows you can just swing on a brewery so much, right? So their amber I wasn't really into, but I've never been blown away by an amber beer. Just never been blown away. And I should have known that going in. Preconceived notions. I've mentioned many times that this show and this channel is making me learn. Probably more than you're learning, because I'm no expert. So I'm learning a lot, and one of them is getting rid of that preconceived notion of flavor. I've really noticed that. I noticed that I guess it would have been the 15th when I had, 15th? Yeah, I think it was the 15th I did a DCL wheat ale in the Advent calendar, the Fermented Fred's Advent calendar, that you can watch me review every day at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock Mountain Time, noon Pacific, 3 o'clock Eastern. I went with a preconceived notion that I wouldn't like wheat beer, forgetting that there's so many styles within that category that this spiced wit really is what it was. So it was very much like Blanc Chamblay or something like that. It was delicious. My preconceived notion after having their amber is Waterloo wasn't that good. I gave them another try. Boy, was I wrong. If they can make this quality, I'll try almost anything they make. It's worth it for sure. All right, so today I'm not going to talk a bunch more about this beer, but this was the Waterloo Salted Caramel. It was good to be back on one of these more taped reviews, just talking beer, enjoying beer that I want to drink. Not that the Advent calendar hasn't been superb. But once in a while, you just want to sit down and do a review. Do some retakes if you have to. Edit if you have to. So there we go. Waterloo Salted Caramel. Chocolate, caramel, toffee, salt, coffee. Great thick body on it. Absolutely fantastic cold weather beer. Great Christmas beer. Christmas Eve beer. You will not be disappointed, so give it a whirl. You can find it at Westminster Liquor here in Lethbridge, Alberta. Go in and ask them all about it. All right, with all that said, you can find us on the social medias at Fermented Nerds. And, of course, on YouTube, right here where you are. Give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And the bell if you want to get notified whenever we post a video, which in December is almost every day. We'll definitely slow that down. Maybe. We'll see. We got some cool guests coming up. If I get this up early enough, on the 17th, we have Aaron from Ribstone Creek on for the Advent calendar. And on Saturday the 19th, we have, let me just double check that really quick. Yeah, Saturday the 19th, we have Stronghold Brewing from Fort McLeod on. And I'm working on some other breweries. We'll get them on. We'll talk about their beer as well in the Advent calendar and also some cool interviews. Hopefully we can do it on here as well. With all that said and out of the way, I am Wally. This is Fermented Nerds and I am out.